What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Broman, aka Allfires. Now, I want to be very specific with the language I use during this video. Normally, when we report news or scoops or even rumors here at the channel, it's coming from one of four sources. Either say a mainstream Hollywood trade, like Hollywood Reporter or Deadline, an industry insider like Daniel Rickman via his Twitter or Patreon, someone who has their own editorial like Charles Murphy at Murphy's Multiverse, or even Alex Perez at the Cosmic Circus, and in some cases, anonymous Twitter scoopsters like Can We Get Some Toast in My Time to Shine Hello. But in all four of those cases, they have proven track records. They've been vetted over their track record for the last 3 or 4 years, and there's a reason we re-report on them confidently at the channel. They've been right a lot more than they've been wrong. Today's rumor, speculation, it should all be taken with a grain of salt, the biggest grain of salt, right alongside everybody's favorite anonymous 4chan plot leaks, as yesterday, in taking to his own social media, John Cena might have just hinted that he joined the MCU, and we would actually know the character. I'm going to break down exactly what I'm talking about, the photo he posted, why this actually has some precedence in what's happened in the last 5 to 10 years, how he was tied to Deadpool 2, and what role he's certainly playing if he's in Deadpool 3. We're also quickly going to cover the name change news. Marvel Studios has officially changed the name. We don't know what the new one is. I know some of the content creators are trying to twist this into something a lot more shocking than it actually was. We were all anticipating it. We're going to break down all the latest for Deadpool 3. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews, to the occasional industry insider report and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. The next one is right around the corner to coincide with the release of What If's finale, then another one right after that for Echo. Again, all you got to do is be a sub, leave a comment if you want, stick around to the end of the video, we get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so as I mentioned during the prologue, take this with a huge grain of salt, but this is what happened last night. John Cena took to one of his own social media accounts on Instagram and posted a photo of Deadpool and Wolverine with no description. Now, I want to add an asterisk by this because I've been following John Cena for quite some time. I absolutely loved his work in Peacemaker, so he has been a part of the superhero genre, but he never posts any explanations, quotes, or explainers on any of his photos. So the fact that he posted a photo of Deadpool and Wolverine non sequitur could just either be support for the project or just posting a photo because he's hyped for the film as well. You never know. To be fair though, this is several weeks after any of these leaks, or especially this photo from months ago, have made it to the internet, so the fact that he's just posting it out of nowhere does seem a little odd. But then you add on top the fact that we know he auditioned for and was already rejected for Deadpool 2, and it sort of makes it seem like there might be a connection here that he's not coming out and saying. What role did he audition for in Deadpool 2? Well, after he admitted that he had some near misses with Marvel, he also revealed, and as he put it, he had been rejected from the Deadpool universe and specifically for Deadpool 2. In a later interview, he admitted that he was actually up for the role of Cable, which we all know now went to Josh Brolin. But since day one with Deadpool 3 and Wolverine and all of the cameos that have been mentioned, we all know that Josh Brolin is not returning for the role of Cable in this film. He's said to be one of the only actors from Deadpool 2 that won't be in Deadpool 3. Considering what this film is based on, all of these variants, and the fact that it's not just focusing on variants, but we know that they've probably already picked up actors that were rejected and or fired from roles, say like Jennifer Garner's Elektra not being the current Elektra, or even someone like Channing Tatum's Gambit, which since day one was rumored to have shot his scenes very early on and way before they ever made it on set. This is earlier in the year, giving him a chance to finally play that role, even though his film was never made. It could be the exact same case for John Cena's Cable, and especially now that he's become a lot more established for his range as an actor, given his work on Peacemaker, Suicide Squad, and some of the other films he's done. Now look, there's two things I want to say quickly. Number one, if you're sitting there going, John Cena's Cable, no way, I don't like it, I would urge you to watch Peacemaker and sort of see what kind of character he can weave. I could actually see him as Cable and do a lot better job than I think Josh Brolin did in the first place. That's number one. Number two, it's not permanent. Remember that for a lot of these characters, say Channing Tatum's Gambit, maybe even Elektra, they're gonna die during Deadpool 3. They're not even gonna make it to Secret Wars. And for the ones that do, like Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, Sir Patrick Stewart, Sir Ian McKellen, a lot of those won't be the X-Men going forward into the new saga. Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool will probably stick around, but you can imagine Hugh Jackman, Sir Patrick Patrick Stewart, you won't see them past Secret Wars. So even if John Cena's Cable should survive whatever happens in Deadpool 3, he's not going to be the Cable in the MCU past that. That's why I think they've been so free to explore these options, like bringing in Channing Tatum as Gambit, or maybe even say Taylor Swift as Dazzler, because they know that it's only going to impact the MCU for a little while and in a limited capacity. Now, as I mentioned officially in the prologue, Deadpool 3 has officially changed its name, and we know this because of the ton of the pre-marketing filings done by Marvel Studios, where this was affectionately known as Deadpool 3 as a placeholder, and over the last year in these sort of filings, that name has now been updated to simply read Untitled Deadpool Movie. This is not a shocker. I saw some people try to spin this as they removed Deadpool 3 for marketing. No, they just literally changed what the name was in the placeholder because it's going to have an official title, which a lot of us assume will include the name Wolverine. Hugh Jackman coming back as Wolverine is probably the biggest selling point and has been at the spearhead of all the Deadpool marketing. You can imagine they're going to make sure that if somehow you miss the fact that Hugh Jackman is playing Wolverine, it's going to be in the title so you can't miss it at all. I assume this is going to be called Deadpool and Wolverine. We shall see, but no, regardless of what you saw on social media and some of the headlines here on YouTube, they didn't take Deadpool 3 off of marketing. They literally just changed the placeholder name, which was never official to begin with, so really they can do whatever they want. Now, there have been some other reports about characters showing up, but those reports are more important for the character than the cameo, so we'll talk about them in future Deadpool 3 videos, one of which actually warrants their own video. However, there was one other little small piece of Deadpool news floating around out there on Twitter, and for those of you who are worried we'd never see Hugh Jackman in the cowl, we will, and now it's being reported that the eyes in his cowl will actually be white, like Deadpool's, which to me says that that part of his cowl will be CGI so that they can actually show some of the eye animation with the eyebrows and that part of the mask. Either way, if you were worried we wouldn't see him in the cowl or that it wouldn't look comic specific, it definitely would. And along with that piece of news, it's also said that he'll rip the sleeves off of his costume. He'll rip the sleeves off of his costume, which I know some of you were upset he was in sleeves in the first place. I definitely was, but then the report came out that Hugh Jackman actually is prone to skin cancer, so he wore the sleeves outside in the sun, which I have no problem with. As soon as they make it inside and on a soundstage, you can be sure he's going to rip those sleeves off. That being said, guys, let me know all your thoughts down below and how you would feel about John Cena playing Cable, and I of course will keep my eyes peeled and ears open. I'd really love for a scoopster or a scooper to come out and confirm this, but in the meantime, please guys, take it with a grain of salt, leave it in rumor mill territory, and I of course will update you as soon as I can. Let me know all your thoughts down below. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. Okay, we are still giving away PlayStation 5s here at the channel. The next one is less than 2 weeks away for What If's finale on the 30th of December, and then there's another one less than 2 weeks after that when Echo drops all at once on Disney+. If you want to be entered to win or for any of the daily or future giveaways here at the channel, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button because you need to be a subscriber, then leave a comment down below because it's truly random. The more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos, the same way we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on, and as always, if you liked today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of other places, Instagram and Twitter at I'mFires. You can also find me on all platforms with original music under the name Allfires. And while I sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thank you to those who already have. Thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.